Chapter 1. Introduction. This chapter includes introduction, background of the study, statement of the problem, significance of the study, scope and delimitations, definition of terms, and conceptual framework. Library is an organized collection of sources of information which is made accessible to the people of different community. Library provides resources like books, journals, and etc. to support learning of student. The different actions done by the librarian such as adding new student, book data, date of issuing books, entering details of all relevant information about books, etc. For this the student has to wait for her turn as librarian enters data student by student. It is very time-consuming process. It is worthwhile take advantage of the technology to support so as to improve library services. Basic objective of online library system is to manage the entire transactions of the library. The software keeps the track of all the information about the books in library, their complete details and the books is always available. In the olden period the access was usually in the library room. As the technology grew up the access was made online. Android is basically an open source which is based on the Linux kernel which was introduced by Google. Android operating system is designed for smartphone and tablet devices. Today we are living in the age of information technology which plays a very vital role in the library. For collection, storage, organization, processing, analysis of information. Libraries have to become automated which is the basis need towards advancement followed by networks and more effort or towards virtual. Online library system can help them take the books easily in less time. It is an automated machine and can share resources. The main principle of behind this is computing, storage and software as a service. Background of the study. With diminishing finances, it is rarely possible for a library or information center to have enough resources to fulfill the needs of the librarians. Online library can be accessed and managed from anywhere so there is no restriction of place and device. One can access the library from one's mobile phone to from home. Online library can apply the concept of cloud computing to amplify the power of cooperation and to build a significant, unified presence on the web to save money and time and to avoid duplication of work. Cloud computing can help libraries for resource, infrastructure, platform and software sharing. Different libraries under one educational trust can share and work on one platform so that consistency, uniformity, standards can be maintained. Online library keeps all your books in sync, meaning that wherever you choose to read your books you'll always have the same content with you. Your books stay connected across all of your devices. The system will automatically compute the numbers of books and the students who used the online library. The cloud-based applications that are used by academic library users are not limited to resource databases, but also other applications that students regularly use in conjunction, while reading references and writing assignments. Therefore, libraries need to leverage the increasing end-user information literacy levels. This can be done by better interfacing library systems with popular cloud-based tools such as Dropbox, Google Docs and Office. Even though many studies have examined the overall concept of cloud computing, no previous research has analyzed librarians' usage and acceptance level of cloud computing. A lot of researchers have analyzed the use of mobile and smartphones to access cloud-based services accessed via web browsers has used the cloud as the container for mobile applications. First of all tried to use cloud computing to enhance mobile devices capabilities asserts that, driven by this new technology trend and the benefits of cloud computing, an increasing number of libraries are shifting their key applications and services to the cloud. Significance of the study. This study entitled, The Advantages of Online Library to the Students of ICCT Colleges, is insignificant to students. Students can now easily find the topic they've been searching by the use of online library in their smartphones and laptop. While there's something to be said about the allure of actually walking into a library, seeing racks upon racks of good reading and smelling the irresistible scent of a multitude of books, an online library can benefit many students and people in ways that a physical library full of hard copy books just can't compare with. Teachers. Online library can help not only the students but also the teachers. Teachers consider the library as one of their basic needs, but finding a topic that will suit well in her subject in the library is hard because of the compilation of books that are stored there, leaving him no choice but to manually find the book. This is where online library will be helpful, because it is easy to use and can access anytime, and it is faster to find than to walk on the main library and manually search it. Scope and delimitations. The system allows the user, which is the librarian, to search for materials and update its information and availability. Adding and removing of acquisitions can also be done. List of borrowed books and borrowers' information and fines are also listed. Student information will be needed and it's stored in the database. Pertinent reports can also be printed. The online library system will provide a module which is storing details of a large number of books, magazines, journals, thesis, and allow for add, search, borrow, return facilities separately to administrator, librarian, staff, and students. Different privileges are given to different types of users. An online library can be accessed anywhere in the world by anyone with a computer. Patrons of an online library aren't confined to a set geographical area, which means that the library can serve countless more people. Basically, anyone who has a computer, internet access, and the correct URL for the online library can take advantage of its many offerings. This system allows you to borrow and read books from your local public library for free. The newly redesigned app includes all new navigation and personalization, making it easier than ever to find books from your local public library. This app includes a fully functional reader, allowing the user to read their book directly in the app. The students can use this application system whenever they want. In other words, it is a lifetime application. What is not involved is, the library administrator must manually update the details of the books, and only the Android users can use the online library application. They can't see all the books in the online library, they can only read the books they want when the admin save it in the system. They can't use online library without an internet connection. They need to install this in their Android phones. Definition of terms. Acquisition, an asset or object bought or obtained, typically by a library or museum. Cloud computing, the practice of using a network of remote servers hosted on the internet to store, manage, and process data, rather than a local server or a personal computer. Demographic, a particular sector of a population. Leverage, use something to maximum advantage. Linux kernel, the Linux kernel is a monolithic Unix-like computer operating system kernel. Literacy, competence or knowledge in a specified area. Open source, refers to a computer program in which the source code is available to the general public for use and/or modification from its original design. Solely, not involving anyone or anything else, only. User-friendly, easy to use or understand. Conceptual framework. Process Figure 1.1. Input-output. Figure 1.0 Figure 1.2. Figure 1.0. This images shows the admin who is responsible to update the online library application. Figure 1.1, it shows the cloud where the data has being processed. Figure 1.2. This picture shows the devices that represents the output online library system. As the diagram shows that people in library system can have researched their book they want by having their online library system application in their Android by connecting and logging in their account, and it can be downloadable to use it anywhere and everywhere, but when you removed the book that you downloaded, you can never see it in your saved. Statement of the problem. The main aim of the study is to determine the advantages of online library application. Specifically, the study wants to answer the following questions. 1. The pupil of the respondents in terms of A. Age, B. Gender. 2. Do you think that the online library is helpful for the students? 3. Do you prepare to use online library rather than go to the library? 4. What do you think is the advantages of online library? The advantages of online library to the students of ICCT colleges. Group 2. Pilinati, Dave Rusty Brigado, John Carlo Castillo, Angelo Emmanuel Datter, Maria Crystal Doyoan, Joshua Carlo Matignas, Anna Lynn Potudin, Anthony Rivera, Jerome Sam Milano, Jane,